Well, we're going live again, and we want to say thank you to those of you who have subscribed to my channel. I really appreciate it. Hope you share it, leave comments, like it. As you hear them say, it just helps with the algorithms. So we're back again. We talk sports. Like I always say, I got the number one podcast in the state of Kansas because it's not about me. It's about my guest that I have on. And I will be having guests on the podcast version of what you see. Here on the video, let me set some parameters here. Some of those of you who know, I have multiple podcasts. So if you hear me referred to in the zone, I want to first say it's not the version that you hear here locally on Sports Talk Radio. As a matter of fact, my podcast was around before that station came out with a show called In the Zone. So there is no affiliation there. I want to set that straight. But my In the Zone podcast, I tend to talk more of what's going on the national scene, like the NFL, the NBA, NCAA football. Like we got the playoffs going on right now. Uh, on my A Train Sports Talk podcast, that's the one where I like to feature the high school athletes in the state of Kansas, here in Wichita, Cheney. If I can get some in other places, I'll do that as well too. Interview coaches, uh, NAIA coaches. It is, it, I mean, they do differentiate. However, on the video version here, what I'm doing right now, which is pretty much linked with my A Train podcast, I will talk a little bit of what's going on the high school scene here in the state of Kansas, but I'll also talk about some things on the national level. That way, you get a little bit of Kansas region, you get a little bit of national region, you get a little bit of this, you get a little bit of that on the video version. So, therefore, no stones will be unturned. Uh, One of the things I want to definitely look at, uh, and keep in mind that there are some games being played, which after this weekend, here in Wichita, we got the GWAL ABCTL challenge going on. Didn't get a chance to go check no games out this evening, but I will go check some out tomorrow because they will be back at Hartman Arena. By them having to shuffle things around, it kind of threw me out of whack as to where I was going to go. And then I got grandkids here tonight. So I'm at home, and I hope wherever you're at, you can view this live version because we are recording live. Uh, I'm on the Riverside platform, but I'm streaming also on twitch.tv, and I'm also streaming on YouTube. So we are live right now as we speak. Uh, so I want to say it like this: those of you who are watching and have subscribed, I want to appreciate you right now for doing that. Something caught my attention this week, and it is dealing with rankings here in the state of Kansas. It is the latest Kansas Basketball Coaches Association class rankings were released, and these rankings were released on Tuesday. And I want you to pay attention because I'm gonna give you the boys' ranking. I'm gonna pretty much give you the rankings from 6A all the way down. Uh, so there were plenty of changes around the state with many Shawnee County teams making an appearance in the poll, including Highland Park reaching number one in Class 5A. So on the boys' side, in Class 6A, you have Shawnee Mission Northwest. That's no surprise. Wichita Heights coming in at number two. Wichita Northwest coming in at number three, and they have a battle tomorrow, which will be at, I call it the Wink Dome. Hartman Arena. It would be a battle of two undefeated teams, Wichita Northwest versus Derby Panthers. Shout out to both those programs. But somebody's going to take a loss, and I'm pretty sure it will be a game for the ages. It's a game I plan on being at. So, but Wichita Northwest coming in number 3. Olathe North coming in number 4. Shawnee Mission South coming in number 5. Mill Valley number 6. Junction City 7. Blue Valley North 8. Derby 9. And Blue Valley Northwest 10. That's boys 6A. And these are top 10 rankings in each class, okay? So I want to put that out there. Now we move to 5A. And as you heard in the beginning, at the onset, number 1, Topeka Highland Park. Number 2, Andover Central. Number 3, Piper. Number 4, Shawnee Heights. Number 5, Cape and Mount Carmel. So yes, even with the players that they lost from last year's team, Coach X still got them boys playing. Number 6, a team that gave Derby a run for their money just this past Tuesday night, Valley Center. Granted, they came up on the short end, but hey, they wanted to be known. Hey, we're playing some ball here in Valley Center. So shout out to Valley Center, making the ranking, coming in at number 6. Number 7, Topeka Seaman. Number 8, St. Thomas Aquinas. Number 9, Topeka West. Number 10, Great Bend. And that rounds out your Class 5A top 10. Now in Class 4A, number 1, Baldwin. Number 2, Ottawa. Number 3, those Bullpups in McPherson. Number 4, Rock Creek. Number 5, Concordia. Number 6, Atchison. Number 7, Augusta. Number 8, Abilene. Number 9, Clay Center. And number 10, Bishop Miege. In 3A, this is not a surprise here to me, Wichita Collegiate. Sebastian Hines Turner. I look forward to having him on my podcast again. I had him on during the football season. Look to have him on during the basketball season. And if he's the same as he was in football season, all I can tell you is this: when I get him on, he's pretty much going to be talking about his teammates. That's the type of player that he is. He may get stats, but it's not about his stats. It's about the team that surrounds him. That's the type of person he is. He's not no selfish person, and he does make the grade. I would like to say he's ultra talented on the football field as well as on basketball court. Number 2, Goodland, way up there near the Colorado-Kansas border, 17 miles away to be exact. Number 3, Heston. Number 4, Cheney. Look forward to seeing them play. Matter of fact, I got that game marked on my calendar when Cheney and Collegiate play here in town. So I'll definitely be at that. Number 5, Haven. Number 6, Lakin. Number 7, Scott Community. Number 8, Wellsville. Number 9, Burlington. And number 10, Holcomb. 2A. Number 1, Mountain Ridge. Number 2, Sterling. Number 3, El Saline. Number 4, Sacred Heart. Number 5, Rossville. Number 6, Remington. Number 7, Bennington. Number 8, St. Mary's Colgan. Number 9, Marine Academy. Number 10, Medicine Lodge. Now for 1A Division 1. Number 1 is South Central. Number 2, South Gray. Number 3, Bishop Seabury. Number 4, Oxford. Number 5, Central Plains. Number 6, Opie. Number 7, Maxville. Number 8, Central Burden. Number 9, Frankfort, who has a powerhouse 8-man football team. Like they're doing just as well in basketball. Number 10, Clifton Clyde. And that rounds out Class 1A Division 1 now for Class 1A Division 2. Number 1, Cunningham. Number 2, direct for this name, Axtell. That's right. The same school that has produced multiple time 8-man championship football teams. Number 3, Palco. Number 4, Elmira Christian. Number 5, Weston. Number 6, Hodgman County. Number 7, Hanover. Number 8, Dighton. Number 9, Bison. And number 10, St. John's rounds out all your boys rankings from uh, class 6A all the way down to class 1A Division 2. Now for the girls rankings. Class 6A, you have Blue Valley North, number one. Number two, Wichita Heights. Some people refer to them as Hollywood Heights. Number three, Washburn Rural. Number four, there they are, Derby. Because for a while they were sleeping on Derby. Understand that first game of the season they lost to Andover, but they were also shorthanded. But since then, they have been on a roll, knocking off the likes of Maize South. So glad to see that Derby is getting their love now. Number five, Olathe South. Number six, Shawnee Mission South. Number seven, Shawnee Mission Northwest. Number eight, Manhattan. Number nine, Blue Valley Northwest. Number 10, Olathe North. That is your Class 6A girls. And I look forward to being at the Coke in March to see some of these teams play. Number five, Class 5A. Seaman. Number two, Andover. That's another good team I had the chance to see. First game of the season against Derby. Of course, like I said, Derby was shorthanded that game. They didn't have Michaela Askew that first game. But like I said, since then, they've been on the roll. But this Andover team is a team to be reckoned with. Those girls can flat out play as well, too. Number three, a team that had 7 consecutive state titles until they got knocked off by Maize South last year. St. Thomas Aquinas. Number four, St. James Academy. Number five, DeSoto. Number six, Piper. Number seven, Hayes. Number eight, and it's a tie for eight, Bishop Carroll and Blue Valley Southwest. Number nine, Maize South. Look for them to make some noise and move up in the rankings as the season progresses. And number 10, led by her 28-point scoring average, Zoe Franklin, Cape and Mount Carmel. Class 4A, and this is no surprise. Number one, Wellington. Number two, Bishop Miege. Number three, Hayden. Number four, Eudora. Number five, Clay Center. Number six, Labette County. Number seven, Fort Scott. Number eight, Baldwin. Number nine, Bueller. And number 10, Rock Creek. Now, for Class 3A rankings, we have Heston. Number two, Halstead. Number three, Haven. Number four, Colby. Number five, Silver Lake. Number six, Girard. Number seven, Goodland. Number eight, Osage City. Number nine, Holcomb. And number 10, Cheney. Class 2A, St. Mary's Colgan, coming in at number one. Number two, Eureka. Number three, Mountain Ridge. Number four, Wichita County. Number five, Inman. Number six, Ellenwood. Number seven, Hoxie. Number eight, Marine Academy. Number nine, Highland. Donovan West, tied for nine. And number 10, Hillsboro. Now for Class 1A, Division 1, you have Little River, coming in at number one. Number two, Centralia. Number three, South Gray. Number four, Clifton Clyde. Number five, Hudson. Number six, Rollins County. Number seven, Central Plains. Number eight, Hamilton. Number nine, Troy. Number 10, OB. And for Class 1A, Division 2, you have Hanover, coming in at number two, Sharon Springs. Number three, South Haven. Number four, Lebo. Number five, Maurice Distinguished Valley. Number six, Hodgman County. Number seven, Hartford. Number eight, Chelan. Number nine, Attica. And number 10, Ingalls. And this was courtesy of the Topeka Capital Journal. So I'm glad to see some of the teams in here ranked, getting the love that they deserve. Like I say, Derby, they started off with the season with the loss to a very formidable 5A Andover team. However, there's not much of a drop off in competition between 5A and 6A. You can flip some of those teams around and you wouldn't be able to tell the difference between 5A and 6A division. So, uh, like I said, tomorrow I plan on getting out, checking out some high school hoops. As like I said, there's the GWAL AVCTO challenge. I'm gonna try to check out both boys and girls game. Check out some of the talent in both leagues. They've been doing this challenge here for the last couple of years. They had to do them on neutral sites today because of inclement weather that came in last night, but tomorrow is going to be back at the Hartman Arena. Also, I'm going to go check out a little partner of mine. Uh, I gave him my word, told him I will be in attendance. You know, it's one thing, for me to be doing these podcasts, these videos, but it's another thing when someone wants that support. And he keeps me abreast on things, make sure I get the last name right, but I'm just gonna call him William today. Said way I won't give him the wrong last name, but he plays for Resurrection School, and I'm looking forward to seeing that young man play. He's not at the high school level yet, but this is when you get to know about them at this young of an age, where they get to the next. Let me just say it like this: he's related to Zoe Frank. Okay, that's all I can tell you. And when you talk about family supporting family, I got a glimpse of him when we was out in Andover. I didn't get to stop him and meet him and talk to him, but I know he's proud of his, I believe it's his cousin, not only on the court, but he let it be known that in the classroom, she is a straight A student. And I said on my podcast, I believe I said here on video, in talking about her, she right now at the pace she's at, and this year she's averaging 28 points. Last year she was the 2A player of the year playing for the independent school. And I think whatever points she amasses at that level, now she's done transferred over to Capeman, where she's now averaging 28 points a game. Top, I believe that's like one of the top 5 scoring averages across the state of Kansas. You're going to be mentioning her name with the likes of Lynette Woodard. I know it's saying a lot, but I really believe that. Likes of Lynette Woodard, the likes of Karima Williams. I'm just calling names here locally that I know some people here locally will know. Angela Buckner, another prominent name. If you want to take it state level, who made her mark out of Claflin, Kansas, went to Missouri State, made her mark there. Uh, Jackie Styles. These are just a few names to mention. It would be easy to say, well, is she going to be the next Angel Reese, blah, blah. No, she's going to be exactly who she is. She's going to make her mark, and you will know her name. Matter of fact, the Capon, they call her Zoe Buckets. What I want to do now is I want to look at some of the things that are taking place on the national scene because there's a particular coach that is getting a lot of love, and rightfully so. Marcus Freeman and Notre Dame find a way to get past Penn State and advance to the title game. Now, mind you, I'm going to be quite honest with you. They lost to Marshall. They lost to University of Northern Illinois, and I had him on the hot seat. I mean, come on. This is Notre Dame. You do not lose to the University of Northern Illinois. You don't lose to Marshall. But you talk about overcoming adversity, and that is what they did. They overcame, and look where they're at. Next week, they will be playing for a national title against either Texas or Ohio State. But with 7 seconds left to play, Notre Dame coach Marcus Freeman sent Mitch Jeter onto the field to do what no kicker has ever done: make a go ahead field goal in the fourth quarter of a college football playoff game. That means the odds of Jeter making the kick were slim, as kickers were 0-4 in CFP history in that situation. That means that everyone would be watching Jeter. That means that the senior place kicker would either be heralded as a hero or blamed for his shortcomings. Freeman, who turns 39 on Friday, is one of just 16 coaches in the sport who is black. He is just the second black head coach in the history of Notre Dame football. And while Jeter attempted to be first kicker to accomplish his own feat, Freeman was attempting to become the first black head coach to succeed in leading his team to the national title game. Jeter stared down the goalpost at Hard Rock Stadium, stepped up and nailed a 41-yard attempt to send the Fighting Irish to the national title game, 27-24 win over Penn State on Thursday. And with it, history was made. Freeman will now look to become the first black head coach to win a national championship, and he will get that chance in just 11 days. But getting to this point required quite a fight from Freeman and the Fighting Irish against James Franklin's Penn State team. Penn State's defense made its presence known from the opening kickoff, with an injured Abdul Carter on the field lining up against right tackle Emil Wagner. The Nittany Lions defense punished a Notre Dame offense that had yet to demonstrate it could win a CFP game on quarterback Riley Leonard's arm. After Leonard threw for just 90 yards in a win over SEC champion Georgia in the Sugar Bowl, Penn State defensive coordinator Tom Allen put a unit on the field determined to make the Notre Dame QB complete passes downfield. With each passing down, Penn State's defense dictated the pace Leonard played at. His footwork was a mess. His release was late. His feet didn't have a chance to set before his arm began its wind up, and his hips lagged behind, which led to mostly errant passes. He threw two interceptions, one of which was due to the aforementioned mistakes in mechanics. Losing starting left tackle Antonio Knapp in the first half due to an ankle sprain didn't help matters. Knapp made 15 starts for the Irish this season and was responsible for protecting Leonard's blind side. With just under 2 minutes left to play in the opening half, a hard hit left Leonard noticeably unbalanced as an official forced him to leave the field for a concussion evaluation. He completed just 6 of 11 passes for 63 yards and rushed for 7 yards on 5 carries when backup QB Steve Angeli entered the game. Backup signal caller fumbled and took 2 sacks, but he also completed 6 of 7 passes, 44 yards, and led the only scoring drive of the first half for the Fighting Irish, who had rushed for just 15 yards on 13 carries. Ouch. As a team against a menacing Nittany Lions defensive line. Across the sideline, Penn State rushing attack matched its defense's rushing intensity. Nick Singleton and Katron Allen could not be slowed down. by Notre Dame defensive coordinator Al Golden's normally aggressive and marauding defense. With outside zone and stretch plays off tackle, Andy Kotelnicki's offense rushed for 141 yards in the opening half, including a 5-yard touchdown run from Singleton with just over 2 minutes remaining before halftime. That proved to be the only touchdown in the opening half of play. Matter of fact, I might even have some audio of this if I can pull that up. So there's that touchdown by Penn State that we were talking about there. Singleton and Allen combined for 115 rushing yards in the first half, 100 more than the entire Notre Dame offense. The tandem consistently got to the second level of the Notre Dame defense and made more than one person hit them before being tackled, combining to average 5 yards per carry. They're rushing better than we're tackling, Freeman said at halftime of the broadcast. Still, Franklin knew the score was just 10-3 at halftime and that the Fighting Irish get the ball to start the second half. We're going to have to finish, Franklin said. It's going to be a four-quarter game. And he was right. With Leonard pronounced asymptomatic for a concussion, he returned in the second half and promptly led Notre Dame down the field for a score. A 36-yard pass to freshman tailback Aeneas Williams, followed by a 15-yard rush from him, set up a 3-yard TD run from Leonard to make it 10-10. It was at that point that the true battle had broken out, with men daring to be brave and make a long lasting name for themselves. And we have some comments from Marcus Freeman. And those were the words of Riley Leonard in regards to his brain cognition. Notre Dame continued to respond, holding the Nittany Lions to just 25 yards of total offense in the third quarter. Fighting Irish offense mounted a 10-play, 71-yard drive, which culminated with a 2-yard touchdown run from running back Jeremiah Love, who has rushed for a score in 14 of Notre Dame's 15 games this season. Love's touchdown run gave Notre Dame its first lead of the game. It marked 17 unanswered points for a Fighting Irish team that looked like they weren't up for the challenge laid down by the Nittany Lions early on. But Penn State wasn't going to go away. Instead, they roared. With just 10:20 remaining in the game, Singleton rushed into the end zone for a 7-yard score. Touchdown set up by a 27-yard strike from QB Drew Allar to Mackey Award winner Tyler Warren, who was running free in secondary on a crossing route. Allar completed all three of his passes for 48 yards while also adding 9 yards rushing on the TD drive. Penn State's Danny Dennis Sutton picked off Leonard on the ensuing drive, giving the ball back to a Penn State offense that once again committed itself to running the rock. The Nittany Lions put together a quick 5-play, 39-yard drive that ended with another 7-yard touchdown run from Singleton, giving Penn State a 27-17 lead with under 8 minutes remaining in the game. Leonard and the Irish got the ball
ball back and immediately went to work. The senior QB completed all four of his passes on the drive, none bigger than his 54-yard TD strike to wide receiver Jaden Greathouse, who cruised into the end zone after a Penn State defender slipped, tying the game at 24. Greathouse put together the best performance of his career on the biggest stage, hauling in a career high 7 catches for 105 yards and that score. Once again, we have some more audio.
Throughout this whole offseason, everybody would ask me why I came to Notre Dame, and I would give a lot of different answers. But the truth is, I came here to win a national championship, and to go to the best team that would give me the best odds to do that. And obviously, this is the right place, and I made the right decision. So, I mean, that's why I came here at the end of the day.
And like they're on the cusp of winning a national title. But we're not through with this yet, though. After the teams traded back to back punts, Alar and the Nittany Lions got the ball back with a chance to win the game. But Christian Gray picked off Alar with 33 seconds left to play and handed the ball to an offense that did what it had done since the second half kicked off: find a way. We found a way to make a play when it mattered the most, Freeman said. In my opinion, great teams, great programs find a way to do that. R.J. Young, a national college. So that's was what sealed the fate for Penn State was picked off pass and field goal to seal the deal. Now stop and think about this. Brian Kelly, who was coach at Notre Dame, pretty much said, look, all the resources are dried up. I've gone as far as I can go with this team. So let me go where I know I have better resources, can recruit better athletes, and I can compete for national titles. How's that working out for Brian Kelly right now? Because now we're talking about Marcus Free. And I know when you throw the race card out there that it it borders on tension, edginess, whatever. But let's just face the facts. Never has a team been coached for a national title by a black coach. It's obvious. Should he win it, that would be another first. There's a show out. It's called The Evolution of the Black Quarterback. If you haven't seen that, you should watch that documentary. It's still hard for black coaches to break in the coaching industry. Even though the NFL is trying different aspects to get black coaches in, it's looking more and more as if black coaches are going to have to, how do I say this, uh, cut their teeth at HBCU level. Hopefully, someone will give them a look. That's why come you tend to appreciate what Deion Sanders did during his time at Jackson State, and you appreciate now what he's doing at Colorado, which is now why you applaud the efforts of one Marcus Freeman. Just as they got a documentary out on the evolution of the black quarterback and the impact the black quarterback is making in the NFL today as we know it, and even at the college level. At some point, hopefully, there will be a documentary on the evolution of the black coach in the NFL and at the NCAA level. And just maybe, and I know some people are going to say, well, it doesn't have anything to do with skin color. It's about who was the most qualified. Sometimes some of the most qualified are also still getting overlooked. maybe it will take Marcus Freeman in Notre Dame winning the national title for the black coach to get his chance. Feel free to leave your comments in the comment section. Like, share, subscribe to the video. I'll be glad to hear your feedback. Just because I got a microphone doesn't mean I'm always right. I'm wrong sometimes. But I think we should be able to have candid conversation on topics. And the evolution of the black coach, I feel at some point will eventually be a documentary. Just like the black quarterback had a hard time making it in, and he's finally got a foothold. Like I say, Marcus Freeman, not just because you're a black man, but I'm rooting for you because you're the right man for the job. No, I'm not Irish, but I'm going to say, go Irish. Until the next time, take care of yourself and each other. Enjoy the weekend. And I need somebody to do me a favor. Will somebody come get rid of all this snow that we have here in Wichita? Come get it. Take it somewhere. I'm tired of it already. Matter of fact, I'm ready for summertime. Really, I'm ready for summertime. You notice I skipped spring because spring is too close to winter. I'm ready for summer. But until next time, take care of yourself and each other. God bless. I'm out.